All right, folks, welcome back here to the Summit 4. European Dota action continues right now as the newly christened Team Liquid has jumped out to a 1-0 advantage versus Virtus.Pro. I'm LD, I'm joined by WinteR. WinteR, it's time for game 2.
You are
Naga,
a good change
perhaps
up.
the counter to the Doom.
Yeah, good change up this time round on how they want to deal with the Doom. Instead of the last game, they went for a dual core lineup. So if he dooms one guy and the other guy can still do damage, but it didn't work out for them because Lycan was just way too underfarmed.
Well, and also because the Doom could just man-fight both of them for half the game. Just running at the Lycan auto-attacking him for the first 25 minutes.
Yeah, he's just like, the buff made him so strong in the mid phase, the early to mid phase, where he can just TP in and become he deals so much more damage because of the buff to Scorch Earth. Like, everyone takes extra 200 damage now at level 4. So it's a huge difference there in all the early fights that Doom has actually participated in the last game. So this time VP would have that disengage if they feel like things get too sticky for them with the Naga. Maybe a much better way of dealing with the Doom compared to what they had the last game. We'll see.
Third pick now for Team Liquid. They've got their Tusk Doom, so very melee-centric, kind of aggressive lineup here.
Yeah, they have all their comfort picks though. Like, Mind Control is really good with Tusk. Doom is a hero that they value a lot in the current patch.
I'm actually a little surprised VP didn't take the Wyvern here. Why do you think they go for the Bane?
I'm not sure though. I think that the only reason you want to go Bane over Wyvern is the early game. You can actually set up kills with Nightmare. Wyvern can't really set up kills.
I guess it depends what these next picks are. But right now, there's nothing really to set up for. Maybe we see a Mirana pick, you know, to go with this net and sleep. But then you have a Mirana.
You really like that hero.
I don't like her that much. She did get buffed, though.
A little.
Very high agi gain now. But still not the best steroids.
Shitty base damage.
And I mean, Leap is not even really a steroid, so.
They need
she ain't no Templar Assassin.
You know she needs Unholy Frenzy. Do you remember that spell? The old Razor spell. Like Mask of Madness.
I forget how it worked. I remember the old Razor Ultimate, where it would randomly, there'd just be like a Radiance around you, instead of the random zapping. So then, like, the Razor build was you would get Radiance, and you would have the ult, and then you would have, like, double Radiance, basically.
Double Radiance.
It was pretty fun. So,
like, right now, VP, what type of team fight? Like, traditionally, according to the last patch, when you have Naga, Darkseid, you go for Gyro. Go for Gyrocopter, but Gyrocopter is very weak against Doom. You rely on your supports a lot. And the last game, when Liquid picked Doom, they actually banned out the Wraith King as well, which we were talking about being one of the more useful heroes against more useful carries against Doom.
Night Stalker, Daywalker. The fourth pick for VP.
Wait,
is another
mid hero?
It seems more like a core, unless they want to run a core Naga.
Yeah, it's VP. It's possible. If they run a core Naga, then they have Night Stalker and Darkseid to make space with Iron Shell. So you keep ganking in the early stages with Bane. So you have like Night Stalker, Bane, and Darkseid are all very tanky heroes at the early phases. So you can play very aggressive as 4 heroes, and Naga will be off to her own duty, which is farming. But the vision control coming, the 4th pick from both teams, vision control. Night Stalker and Beastmaster.
Well, there's your Fada hero, so we probably expect Matumba Man to be handling the Doom here.
They have a lot of like single target lockdown with these 3 heroes, like the 4 heroes actually. Not much like AoE stuns apart from Snowball, whereas VP
maybe Winter's Curse.
Yeah, maybe Winter's Curse.
If you're feeling benevolent.
But they don't have a lot of like instant burst damage. Like usually with Beastmaster, you see heroes like maybe Skywrath or like a finger
or Lion or something.
You have those sort of spells to actually immediately take out a target. What they have right now is mostly damage over time. Wyvern excels at the fights where it's drawn out, so she can actually use a lot of Splinter Blast. Same as a Tusk. The more spells you use, the more Ice Shards and Snowball you use, the more likely you will win the team fight. And the Lich is the last ban that actually VP take out. Very interesting. Probably suggesting they want another melee hero.
Yeah, maybe an auto-attacking hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Or, you know what it could be? It could be...
Medusa.
Actually, no.
Oh, you want to say Slug?
I wanted to say Enigma, but there's no way you're getting a black hole off this game.
It's gonna be
Unless you sawn everyone.
I think it's has high chance that it's gonna be a Illidan hero. Because their lineup, don't you feel like if they do Naga carry and a support, it feels like they need too much or need to buy too much space. I'm not sure though. Doesn't feel like the Naga would be able to have a lot of time to farm. Because Beastmaster and Doom is very aggressive, even with the Tusk. Their tempo of the game is very, very, very fast. And whereas Naga, you want to play in a more slow-paced game if you play it as a core. So I feel it's probably has a higher chance that Naga is a support here. And then they pick up a more, a hero that can participate more as a carry. And Luna is also a really nice ban. A lot of synergy with Night Stalker.
Alright, well they're going to play it safe. Go with the Viper here. Not generally a hero you want to blow any of those single target ultimates on.
Would it be a safe lane Night Stalker? Or safe lane Viper?
I think Viper.
Viper probably, yeah.
Actually, I guess it depends on... Well, it's Beastmaster mid. Night Stalker is not going to have a great time versus Beastmaster.
But it's kind of weird that if you... I don't know. I think you want to put Viper in the 1v1 lane to win the lane. Maybe there's a chance you might.
So it's what, a Tusk off lane?
But then again, you want...
It could even be a Doom off lane and they run a different safe lane carry.
Yeah, but then again, you want a lot of levels on NS. So you probably want to prioritize in giving the NS the mid lane so he gets the most experience at the start of the game. Viper doesn't need so much experience. He just needs basically a lane to keep farming and get that early... maybe he's not going to be the one getting the mech. I'm not sure. Maybe the Viper would actually, if you want an early mech, Viper would be the one getting it. But if you just want a mech like during 10 minutes to 15 minutes, you get the Darkseid can actually provide that, and Viper, maybe on the safe thing you can go for a much more greedier build, Midas, or get your eggs early. So we'll see how they decide to itemize on all their heroes. I think they need to be more proactive in taking fights, and because their heroes will be under a lot of pressure in the late game against the Doom. So you want to finish the game, or you want to take advantage. You want to make an advantage happen for you in the early to mid phase against Doom.
And it is the Undying 5th pick. So it will be the core Doom, safe lane again, for Matumba Man.
It doesn't feel too greedy, every time the way Team Liquid execute their Doom, whereas you compare to some other teams, they pick Doom off lane with Lich, and then they have another safe lane hero.
Or and they run like a Doom that gets a Midas and doesn't fight.
The way they are running the Doom is basically like Gyro. Gyro is the easiest way to explain it, and they're using Undying now. They have Undying Tusk, very strong fighting heroes. They have Beastmaster as well, someone to control the vision so you actually know where you are able to take a fight or get a free pick off. So all in all, the Doom seems to be more of a very active type of role. It's not a greedy pick, where we used to view Doom as a greedy pick in the past. A greedy offlane pick, but not
like
anymore.
you said. I think you put it well when you said he may be the gyrocopter of this version.
Yeah.
Alright, Team Liquid. They've wrapped up their draft now. They lead 1-0.
But one thing good about VP right now is they should have the better laning phase in offlane. Darkseid will be able to probably get a lot of harass on the Doom, because he can't really devour all your Iron Shell creeps all the time, or you can put Iron Shell on his creeps. So, and if you put Viper mid, I think G is playing the Viper, right? Yeah. So Viper would actually going to be able to have an advantage on his lane as well. So I can see two lanes going well for VP. Their safe lane will be really, really tough. Honestly. Very, very tough.
Alright, let's see how those lanes end up shaking out. It is the support Night Stalker in the end, so he's not going to be a core. The Viper mid, as you mentioned, Illidan Naga. It's been a little while since we've seen a core Naga.
So they are going to look to just drag the game as late as possible for the Naga.
And Liquid definitely playing the run at you role this game. This is a very aggressive mid-game lineup for the most
this
part.
Is a very typical 6.84 draft. Undying plus Tusk, and you replace the Gyro with Doom, Beastmaster, and the Wyvern. All these heroes are very focused on getting team fights rolling for your side as early as possible. So I guess you want to get a mech on Mind Control once more on the Tusk. Then your standard Doom fighting items, your drums, your face, your triangles, whatever. Then you keep rolling from there, and the Necro Book from the Beastmaster. You want to end the game early against a carry Naga. There's always no other way out of it. You go into late game against the carry Naga, more or less you're going to lose the game. Most of the time.
Ah, the bounty rune trade. Good old typical start to a game. So, you think the Viper has a pretty significant edge over the Beastmaster? Even with like the new and improved boars?
I mean, he should be able to still out CS the Beastmaster.
Okay.
But Beastmaster wouldn't lose like, you know, like how the games before that where we saw Kyo get crushed as TA against Viper that hard. But Beastmaster wouldn't lose that hard.
Okay. But if G plays this well, he should have at least a small
he should have had an
advantage.
edge, like at least 65-35, I think.
Well, not off to a great start here in the CS department. They're giving Phobos a lot of space here. And simultaneously, the dual lane for Liquid. Both teams running the aggressive dual lanes, and both teams getting a lot
Yeah, and this
very
time,
early.
Matumba Man doesn't have a very good creep for the start of a game. He has the War Storm, which is not so useful here.
No, and especially not nowadays that the Centaur doesn't give you the attack speed aura.
Yeah. He, however,
It's actually a pretty underwhelming
yeah,
creep.
however, he does have a mango to actually support the mana pool of the spell if he actually needs to use it. I think in this lane against Darkseer, what you ideally want is the Satyr, so you have the regeneration aura for you to be able to sustain the lane. And we can see bottom lane Kuroki and Mind Control playing very aggressive under the tower because this is the nature of the dual lane they have right now. Get as much decay as possible and try to look for a kill as soon as you both pop level 2. They are very close to their level 2, they have an Orb of Venom on Mind Control. So it's about time they want to go in and try to make an aggressive play here.
Level 2 coming momentarily. Tombstone not yet skilled up, but the decay stacks are mounting. Illidan at only 473 HP, the Bane a bit healthier.
Yeah, they have to be really, really careful as soon as both of them have level 2. That's when the lane becomes so killable for them. Because Bane is not going to be able to offer much of a support towards the Naga in the lane.
Yeah,
So
you try for the sleep, but the zombies are going to keep on slowing you down. The Orb of Venom, even the shards, like you're probably not going anywhere.
yeah, and we see Night Stalker having a TP scroll, so he's going to anticipate something bad is going to happen bottom, so he's going to be able to help them whenever that happens with that early TP scroll. And this ward as well, from Radiant side actually blocking. I was talking about this the last game where when you were playing against Doom, you want to block off the camp. So this is what BP did this game.
Very smart.
Yeah, it's going to limit a lot of his farm, and you know, you don't want him to, like I mentioned, get a good creep for the lane, because it changes a lot of the hero. When you get a really good creep like a Satyr, the lane becomes so easy for you.
Just Kuro bullying here bottom.
Top lane as
Tusk
well,
content
top
to
lane as well,
farm.
like Matumba Man is taking a lot of harass. Like look at these two melee heroes.
This is not the free farm Doom from game 1. They are
Yeah.
contesting him. And this is a lot different from Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter, you do this to him, you're just feeding kills. But
Oh, he gets the
Matumba Man
stomp.
does get off the stomp, but may actually turn against him here. Night Stalker Void comes out.
And not to mention the low level Scorcher is basically the same spell from before. It's the level 3 and level 4 which has a significant amount of difference in terms of damage and heal.
They forced out all his regen, and they're going to dive Matumba Man into the trees.
He has
It's
a
really
mango.
Jerax they want. It looks like the Void comes out. They're going to get the double Ion Shell going on him if possible.
Oh, here comes
Phobos
Undying.
trying
Undying
to
sleeping in.
rotate. Tombstone not available. It's just going to be Decay for now. Has no mana, really. Jerax tries to keep himself alive. I think they still get the kill, even with the Ion Shell burning. It's first blood to VP. You can try lane us if you'd like, they say, but you're still not going to walk away the victors. A 1-for-1 exchange. The Night Stalker slapped down on the way out. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Mind Control almost gets punished for that Undying rotation.
But
Very good
at
start
least
here to VP.
Damage is already done. You say good stuff for VP, but look at Illidan's last hit. He has 5 last hits. 4 minutes.
That is true, but now the pressure alleviated because there's nobody bottom. So
Yeah, he's
a
gonna
little
be
catch-up time.
allowed to catch up, but
Uh-oh.
oh no. I
Not if Lil's dying. Level 3 though.
easy
That's-
kill.
that's
He
the
has
brain
stick
snap.
charges. He has stick charges for
Sleeps the illusion.
Oh,
no,
He
Lil!
has stick for snowball.
Stick, snowball, and 2 more auto attacks. Done. Well played by Mind Control. This guy has really been, I think to me, the stand-up player of Liquid because he was totally unknown before he joined.
Mid
this
lane
team.
as well, LD. Fata is gonna go down with the rotation made by FNG here.
Should be able to get the kill unless the Wyvern has something to say about it. Throws out the Cold Embrace. Not quite able to finish Fana off just yet. In fact, G's gonna go down. Did some flying on flying creature action. Emerging as the victor is the Tusk, but the Night Stalker at least ends up securing the Beastmaster kill. A 1-for-1 there, but the Viper going down first.
That's a lot of much needed levels for FNG here. He's actually not going to go for the silence at level 4. He's going to just go for more attack speed, more movement speed with his passive. I see this build from the Mineski game as well. When Jesse Ross was playing, he's using the similar build on the position for Night Stalker. Top lane, we see Phobos being able to like search all the way out of trouble. They don't have Doom yet to just lock him down so he can't actually escape. But so far, Illidan still has very, very low farm for a carry on the safe lane. If you compare it, even though Doom has been pressured, but Doom has like 10 more CS, and you kind of have to calculate the fact that he also has the Devour extra go, and he's going back for the max Scorch Earth now because he realized that he's under pressure. He had 2 points in Devour and he realized that he's under too much pressure, so now he's choosing to go back to max his Scorch Earth to deal with the aggression that VP is throwing at him.
They are making a move here in Kuroki though. Bottom lane, does he get the tombstone off? Yes, there's no silence, but it's a very low level tombstone. Looks like he's going to go down at the end of this. Kuroki does get off the decay, but a little too much auto tech damage. One more, 4 HP. The Jukes, can he get another decay off? Needs 5 seconds. That's way too long. Mind Control, though, will get the Naga as a trade. But Mind Control may also die. It's going to be a 2-for-1 potentially, unless Fada can rotate in and turn this, and he will. Gets off the Roar, but not before the Void finishes off the Tusk. So a 2-for-1. And now the sleep onto Fada, preventing a further follow-up. He's committed a Roar for this. Really needs to get a kill. Can't just let VP walk away with that lead, but they will be able to in the end.
He was just half a second too late. If he was able to save the Tusk and the Tusk was able to drop maybe another spell, another snowball or another shots, then they would have probably got 2 of the kills. But at the end of the day, they killed Illidan. So I think that is the most important thing that happened for Liquid. They lost 2, yes, but they got the carry down.
At that point, it's probably a very different fight.
So if you look at the
oh, not again, Illidan. He's only just got done dying. Right back into the lane and right back to the fountain.
That ball on the lane.
Jeez.
That was definitely very useful to help them secure that kill. So
yeah, oh, you got the boar slow. I mean, we haven't even seen the sigil come into play yet, but that's gonna be ugly once
it does. It was the ball plus the Orb of Venom slow, so there was no getting out for Illidan there. And once again, this is the reason why I felt like Naga Core would have trouble this game, because he's gonna be under a lot of pressure and he takes so long to come online. So we'll see whether the Darkseer, Night Stalker and the Viper trio will be able to make space and create enough time for Illidan to recover in this game.
4-5 the score, 7.5 minutes in.
Yeah, by the way, it's gonna be the Darkseer getting the mech, by the looks of things. And
it's gonna be a fast one too. Phobos off to a great start here.
Viper's just looking. Do you actually rush Aghanim's this game, or you just get Midas? Probably not Midas, because you just want to make space for the Naga. So you want to get.
I think you could just get tank up.
You get stat item. Do you get? I've never
not BKB. There's way too much that goes through.
I've never seen SNY on Viper on an official game.
Huh.
It's not bad of a stats for that hero. But generally, because if you are looking to tank up, you get Aghanims, because Aghanims is just much better for Viper compared to SNY.
I think the ult just lends too much once it's upgraded.
Yeah, the Aghanims ulti is just too good to pass up.
The cooldown is just absurd. Like, look at it's a 70-second cooldown at level 1. If you get the Ags, it's 12 seconds. Or 50 versus 12, which is normally you'll get it when you've got the level 2 ult.
Yeah, I guess it's just too good to pass up the Aghanims if you're looking for stats to pump up your HP.
And you're up against 4 melee heroes, so the slow seems really potent. Hey, the Doom Man, you want to slow that bastard down. You saw what Matoma Man does when he's given a little opportunity to run. Looks like our teams will need a couple of minutes here, WinteR. How are you hanging in there, buddy?
Let's
You got to have some Korean barbecue last night?
Yeah.
Did it live up to your dreams?
I actually prefer the one I had before. At the tofu shop. They call that the tofu shop? The tofu soup shop?
Well, it's not actually Korean barbecue, but
yeah,
I think
but that's not Korean barbecue, I know.
Yeah.
It's Korean food, but not Korean barbecue.
So did you like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like the soup as well. We ordered the soup and the corn and cheese. It's not exactly Korean barbecue. It's like sort of Americanized as well. Because you have corn, you don't have corn and cheese.
Yeah, that one's a little more American.
And
there's a lot of Korean side dishes.
The side dishes, the side dishes were Korean.
They had kimchi, you know.
And they served strawberry lemonade at a Korean restaurant.
Hey man, you gotta adjust to your market, you know. It's business.
And you have to adjust to the Doom meta now. Screw the Doom.
The Doom market.
So you have to pick what? Omni Knight? That's
Jeez.
Please.
Omni Knight Dazzle.
What else is actually really good against Doom? We mentioned Death Prophet, Razor.
I mean, it's like we talked about Lotus Orb. Lotus Orb's not even that good against him because he's just so
Lincoln's.
tanky. And
You get
when he gets doomed, he's already used his most important spell.
You get Lincolns.
Mass Lincolns. I feel like.
No, what other? I remember there were other ways. Okay, we talk about the Stampede. There were definitely other ways.
I think Centaur is one of the best, but it's like, can you fit a Centaur into your draft?
Song of the Siren is decent as well.
The nice thing about Stampede is just how low the cooldown is, though. Like, it's always up.
Yep, true. That's a good point.
Whereas Song,
compared to a support,
Song the first 20 minutes.
yeah, support Naga is just. Yeah. Oh, that's relocate as well. You can relocate the guy out.
Yeah, that's true. Can be tough, though, if the Doom is, say, a Shadow Blade and he's just hunting the poor little IO all the time.
But the issue is, it's not even the Doom that's the biggest problem, because you remember in the past when Doom was like really strong, they changed his cast point on the Doom, and he got a lot significant weaker. But right now the problem is the Scorched Earth.
It's the Scorched Earth, like auto attack,
yeah,
just run at you.
He's so strong in that phase of the game when he's level 7, level 8.
Let's see, does he have an Alpha Wolf? Doesn't look like it. No.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest issue about the hero now. It's not even the fact that he can actually remove one of the heroes, but he's gonna be able to win the mid fights for his team so much because of the Scorched Earth. So you have to somehow find another way of dealing with him. The last game, VP tried Ancient Apparition to stop him from healing, but did not work out. This time they're trying Naga Siren.
If that doesn't work, they may just ban the Doom.
That's the easy way out, my friend. You have to be creative. Challenge.
We haven't seen anyone try like a really aggressive lane versus him.
Yeah, honestly, if you talk about a team like Liquid running a safe lane Doom, what if you just try lane the Doom? Doom is not gonna do anything at level 1, level 2.
I guess if they see it coming, they can just switch him to the off lane and then maybe screw you with the last pick.
I mean, look at this game. They can probably have like Viper, Bane, Night Stalker lane, maybe challenge the Doom, and then you have Naga mid. I mean, it's just a
Naga
theory.
mid versus Beastmaster. Yeah, that should be okay.
I mean, it's just a theory. Darkseer safe lane.
Darkseer Bane versus.
Yeah, Darkseer versus the aggro dual lane, the Undying plus the.
They never dive you because the Iron Shell's always killing the creeps.
Might be a good idea, you know.
Actually, those probably would have been better lanes, but you know, of course, that's assuming they knew how Liquid was going to lane it and that nothing went awry early on. I think they win all 3 lanes, or at least break even.
We just always have the benefit of hindsight.
Exactly.
So it's easy to say from our position.
That's what replays are for VP to evaluate after this game goes.
So the Doom will have the Boulder Toss, or her Boulder, actually not Boulder Toss. Boulder Toss is Panda's ulti.
Now the initiation, jumping onto Illidan, quick uppercut, down he goes. Doesn't even have his level 6 yet. This is the big issue for VP, which is just how hard they've been shut down early game on this Naga Siren. Jumping onto Matumba Man, but he's very tanky. Slow, but tanky. Got off the Doom on G. Now the Tombstone deployed along with a wall, but the wall is just ignored. They run past. Fada's there to cut them off at the attempt to escape, and that's 4 heroes dead in the end. The lone survivor, Lil.
Dude, that eye shot again. Mind control.
He's a beast on this hero.
He thought we would have never found another really scary Tusk player after we saw eHome 11, but right now eHome 11, Garda, they are both really good Tusk players, but now in the European scene we have Mind Control.
I think he seems to be the most consistent Tusk player in the region.
Yeah, honestly it's a very hard hero to, you know, make his spells very, very useful all the time. It's very easy to make a mistake with his spells.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like a more dangerous version of an Earthshaker. DK Phobos, no points in vacuum yet. Can't stop the spot of TP, but they had the Void for the Night Stalker, able to prevent it. And while that was happy, at the same moment, Illidan punished again. 4 deaths on the Naga. This is not what VP had in mind from that hero.
So these things are looking really bad for them right now.
Is this where you transition your Naga into a support? Run the Night Stalker as a core?
Nah, I think they try to push with Mac, group with the Viper. But then
they don't even have Song yet.
But then again, I think you just need to group the 4 heroes together. Try to pressure.
Are you really pushing it into Tombstone?
You try to pressure the other lanes. That's the only way you can actually make space. It's either you try and pressure with the other 4 heroes. There's 2 options. Or
Matumba Man, there's a Sentry Ward here, my friends.
Yeah, but he's fine. He's fine.
Uh-oh. Is he?
Oh.
Is he fine, WinteR? Is he fine? He might be anyway. He's still got the Scorched Earth, to be honest. Void comes out. They grip him. They drop the Urn Charge as well. Everything committed. Illidan does not have a point in that. Needs to body block. That's nicely done by Illidan. Getting a little redemption. And they will secure the kill.
He almost survived.
God, that was hard to bring him down. Oh, they need this mech from DK Phobos. It's actually en route. It almost arrived. Now Illidan next. Caught by the roar. He's got the song and will pop it. So they re-engage. Urn going to heal them back up. Also bringing in the Viper as well. They want to fight this one real damn bad. And Fada could be in trouble here. Mind control as well. Mandem going down on the tusk, but he's got a fresh snowball. Can re-engage if they think they have the chance. The axe is coming through. Get ready for the snowball. The curse on two. Mind control. No, I don't want to shop right now. Thank you very much, Dota 2. Not going in yet. They're just a bit too healthy at this point.
Snowball.
Oh, he wants it. He wants it. Chards. Uppercut. He gets him.
Oh, he gets him.
Illidan again in mind control. You god. He finds a way once more.
Well freaking played, my friend.
The Darkseer mech was like 100 units from being delivered. If that gets in there before Liquid get that first kill, that is a complete stomp of a fight. Kind of scary for Liquid, to be honest.
How is this Naga going to come back into the game? Tell me.
That's death number 5. Has not progressed his items at all.
Pay attention to his net worth. He's the lowest on his team.
That's why I'm saying maybe it's the core Night Stalker coming out now. Hell, the Bane's more farmed than the Night Stalker. Maybe Lil should take over the Zai role here. This is brutal.
So how
is there a point where you give up on the Radiance build, WinteR?
No.
Do you ever give up?
No. Never.
So what's our Radiance timing here? Like 22, 23 minutes if he's
Are you serious? 22 minutes?
Look at his farm. He's got 200 gold.
22 is good timing for the situation he's in. I think 25.
25. And that's assuming he doesn't die anymore.
He's gonna stop by for Arcane Woods or Bottle, I think.
Yeah, well that's only gonna delay it further.
What choice do you have?
No choice at all, my friend. BP do smoke.
So
I think may have been scouted.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the second way they can deal with this to make space. They have to smoke gang, put vision, place wards, and try to get kills if they can't group and push. Because that's the only two ways they can make space for the Naga Siren to farm. You have to keep them distracted. But when the Tusk can solo kill your Naga, I'm not sure how much distraction you can make.
The whole Liquid gang backing off a little bit. Seems they may slow down the pace here for a moment.
But the thing is, the other issue that VP has to worry about is Liquid is going to have a timing where they have Necrobooks, a mech on the Tusk, Guardian Greaves on the Tusk as well. Doom will have his drums, whatever Aghanims item, SMY build if he wants to, and then they're gonna push with the level 4 Tombstone, and you can't defend. Even if you can defend, the only chance is you have to bring the Naga in, cast the song, kill the Tombstone, and hope you win the fight from there. But it's not even guaranteed because he can just need to Doom the Viper in every time that happens, even if you song and you kill the Tombstone. It's not a guaranteed win fight for you. So it's
and
very
as soon as I heard you say bring the Naga into the fight, I'm like, that is not what VP would be doing.
Recipe for disaster.
This guy should not be joining fights until he's got his Radiance and an item. If he joins 1 or 2 more fights and dies, WinteR, we're gonna see like a 30+ minute
GG.
Like maybe even just a GG at that point. I was gonna say like a 30+ minute like BOT's Radiance, which is quite awful.
So you still have faith in the Naga this game?
Nah. I've seen enough Naga games where it feels like she's out of it, and then she gets Radiance, and team makes one mistake.
That is miracle only.
Yeah, that's. I never count out a Naga. I've seen too many. They've pulled games out of impossible situations.
He might not be able to farm the Radiance though, I'm not sure. Because at the rate of this game going, I just foresee a timing coming for the Undying Tombstone, plus the book, and the mech, and the Grease.
Fresh Glimmer Cape for Lil. Trying to sneak in. But
damn, he's actually rich. He is rich.
And they're also on the move here for the side of Liquid. They have a level 3 Tombstone, still hasn't cracked level 7 yet, Kuroki. Shards were fishing, unable to corral FNG though.
Oh, they're bringing everyone to fight.
Gonna hang around bottom lane. Oh, Matoma Van trying to TP out. No, where do you think you're going? Silence, Void, chases on. Can't get off the Firewalk of Doom just yet, but doesn't need to either. Slow's the tier 1 up. Fada's gonna be the man split pushing. Working his way towards the Necro Book, though. It's a bit slower paced than what we're accustomed to seeing from Fada. Hasn't had that explosive series of kills, and I think poor Illidan, man. Like, he comes bottom, he wants to help the team, tanks the barrage of nukes, half his health, and then some gone.
Team, where is my uncharge?
Yeah, where's my anything? Pop that mech for me, baby. Phobos is just refusing to help.
Dude. He's going SNY.
Oh, the Glimmer Cape, but the double bore able to slow Lil down.
Viper is going SNY.
And Illidan's almost dying to neutrals here, by the way. Viper SNY, huh? You sure it's not a Manta?
He has a belt.
Oh, he already has the belt. Jeez. Chill. So fucking angry this morning. Ooh. Man, WinteR. Relax.
If only you were paying attention.
You're the one who's already looking at him. I just clicked on him. You'd been staring at him for like 10 seconds before you say that. You had the first mover's advantage. Don't give me that crap. Alright, look, we're going to clear out the wave here. They're looking for the tower bottom lane. Walrus Punch clears out the creeps. Together with the shards, the Splinter Blast, and they will get the last kill on the tower. Mind Control the one to grab it. That completes the mech.
Walrus Punch clears out the creep.
He did. He Walrus Punched the creep, cleared it out.
If only you had Empower.
Ah.
Or Better Free.
There you go.
So the situation, it's not looking good for Naga. But right now, any sort of trade they can get is great for them. They're going to start stacking Ancients on the Viper. He's going to slowly try and farm that. But I feel like whatever Liquid do right now, they're going to be able to do, like, take the tower without contest. They're going to be able to get the Roche. So it's all about setting up the map control and just minimizing whatever VP can trade, you know, during that time. You want to take all the objectives with VP getting as little trade as possible.
Kuroki's like, I wonder what Illidan's up to. I'm going to go check in on him. But Illidan has some backup now. He's found the safest camp in all the land. Closest camp to the tier 2 mid. We'll keep him safe. And
we'll keep him checked all the time. 1.5k goal. I'll do that duty. I'll stare at him. I'll stare at his hero, his goal.
Just
and
give me an update every 10 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
Just read out the gold.
He's killing
Count it up.
He's killing Mud Golems now. He gets 33 gold for killing a large Mud Golems. He gets an Arcane Boots from Darkseer. Oh, he gets another 10 gold from the smaller Golems.
Actually, it's Guardian Greaves. Soon. Now up to 970 gold.
On what? On Mind Control?
Yeah. On DK Phobos.
Phobos as well. It's pretty good against what? If it's the Tusk, I think it's pretty good versus the Silence from Night Stalker though. So I think for the Tusk, it's really important for him to get that item.
VP moving on towards the top side of the map now. Jerax poking at the tower here, but
oh my god, they're gonna ambush with a tombstone to break the trees here. This could turn bad really quick. Oh, Fata's gonna catch out.
Tower's
FNG.
About to go down though.
Fata
they let it get denied first. They're not.
Fata's killing FNG.
Oh
solo
god.
Kill.
All right, well this is not the Naga. It's like great. Someone took the bullet for me for once.
This is the level 3 Necrobook now done. 18 minutes in.
Bringing in 4 heroes. Doom shadow blading forward. To engage on the G.
They want to get the Tusk to stun him as well at the same time. So right now, okay, Naga has 2.2k
This
gold.
is a very dangerous hero to dive. G has gone pure, like, efficient tank build. Not easy to kill. We also have the Glimmer Cape of Lil as he sneaks in with a smoke.
He's gonna
have
get
vision
a
on
grip
Kuro,
Kuroki.
and he's going to get the initiation off. Grip comes through, but they do have a Winter's Curse to cancel this. The wall gets dropped. Instead, he drops it onto DK Phobos, surging himself forward, and the Brain Sap will finish the job. Nicely done by Lil.
A much needed kill. It's gonna give them some room to breathe.
Yeah, a little bit.
So the next, I imagine the next Necrobook cooldown, you probably want to get Roche as Liquid. They have Medallion on Mind Control. Yeah, they should probably look to get Roche before they proceed to push. I think that's the most safest way, I guess. You don't take so much risk right now. After that, then you consider if you want to get a gem to control the map as Beastmaster.
Well, maybe coming now. Fada already completing the Necro 3. I mean, fighting into the pit with the Tombstone level 4 there, that seems very ill-advised.
He's gonna try and solo kill the Viper. I think he might actually be able to do it.
Never underestimate the Necro 3. Clears out the trees, gets off the roar, drops the book, and goes to work. Gee, no teleport scroll, and an easy takedown with the help of Mind Control.
Damn, this Beastmaster is doing work.
Yeah, Fada had a slower start than usual, but he is definitely heating up here as we hit the 20-minute
Slow
mark.
start? He's top of the net well now.
Well, he had a slow start. He went bottom, roared, didn't get a kill.
Oh yeah.
Remember last time we saw him? He was like 6-0 at 8 minutes.
But I guess that was the only kill he missed actually.
Yeah.
The rest of the kills were like.
Yeah, but last time we saw him, he was like 6 kills at like 8 or 10 minutes, I think.
So now the rush will commence and there's nothing much VP can do. They can look to maybe play some deep wards to scout. This is like the best trade they can look for, and they're even going to defend their tier 1 at top. Oh my god.
No curse though. No
Bane
curse.
might be dead.
Trying to chase on a DK Phobos. Shards there. Barely clipping him. Lil trying to TP out. Not going to happen. Level Death finishes him off, and Matumba Man hangs onto the Doom.
I want to say that was a very optimistic teleport. Those 3 heroes there. He just tried to TP.
Yeah. Why not? Maybe hope bait out a Doom or something if he's not.
Look at the
thinking.
Naga. Oh no, mid
Getting there.
Look at the Naga. You said 21, 22 minutes. He's gonna get Radiance. It's not even close.
He's literally farmed like these 2 camps. This is the first time Illidan's been in a lane for ages.
Where is he going to farm in this sort of game?
Well, it'd be nice if he had a ward or 2. He's got 1 ward. He's no vision.
Man,
he can't farm.
I think you are the carry I meet in pub that complains that there's no wards even though I place my wards.
How does this ward allow? This allows him to farm like 3 jungle camps.
Man, they're losing. The supports are poor. You have to understand, you know, you can't always blame the supports. Where's
this
my
Bane is rich,
ward?
man. He's got a Glimmer Cave. Lil? Come on, he could buy some more.
Okay, let's check that shop.
It's going to be hard to keep wards
There's
up
no
now,
wards.
though. It's going to be hard now. Fought a Necro 3, possibly a gem coming soon.
I hear a raw.
Well, good luck, Illidan.
Okay, maybe 25 minutes is even too difficult.
0 and 6. The struggle is real.
So at the end of the day, we're both wrong. You said 21, 22, I said 25. He's gonna get it at what, minute 30? Okay, maybe not minute 30, 27?
If he doesn't die again, he has the relic in like 2-3 minutes.
And then he takes another 2-3 minutes to get the recipe. So
Yeah.
27 sounds about right.
That's the optimistic prognosis now. Illidan, man. Rough game. But not over yet, by any means. Still a Naga game.
If you're Illidan's teammate right now, just tell him relax, you're doing fine. And hopefully you make enough space for him. What they're attempting
They're
now,
feeding him teleport scrolls now, so he doesn't have to waste his money on them.
I mean, what they're...
this is the desperation. Like, come on, dude. We will pay all expenses. Just farm creeps.
Cover my flight tickets.
He's got free meals here, you know, masseuse. Anything they could do to just, come on, Naga, you can do it. Couple more camps.
But they are trying to, you know what they're doing is they're trying to set up a gang, like a trap, outside of the map. So you actually pick off someone and you make space, you know, that's what they're trying to do. But Liquid are actually doing the smart thing, which is occupying the opponent jungle, so the Naga can't farm his jungle.
Yeah, maybe she should go to their jungle, because that's where the team is warded.
True, that's actually a good point. The most dangerous places are always the
Matumba Man! Meet
oh,
the
look
grip.
at the TPs!
Yeah, they want Matumba Man.
Yeah,
He's got the Aegis, though. Do you really want to commit everything on
His
this?
team is near!
Oh,
Here comes the
I don't know,
cavalry.
VP.
Tombstone.
This is not the fight you're looking for. Just go ahead and song. Matumba Man, though. There's a back the wall. PK Pobo's going to turn it. Maybe they can take the fight in the end. The heal comes out. The Tombstone gets dropped. And now things could get ugly. They're going to quickly song. Focus the tomb down. Beautifully handled by VP. Illidan having a big impact already. Also killing off the Sigil during that time. And now going on to Mind Control. Liquid maybe underestimating the firepower of VP. G still very healthy here. But the Necro Book doing a lot of work. And Illidan slowed down. He's got Relic Gold. Can't afford to die now. Illidan, don't get greedy. But they don't really have a whole lot of... They do have Doom, actually. He really does need to be careful. Oh, man. If he dies before getting this...
Oh, did he get the Necrobolt? Damn, maybe he didn't. He got some gold from that red type.
All right, WinteR.
27 minutes.
He's already got the Relic. He's got 550 gold on top of it.
Mr. Gorman is really not giving up on this fish.
Well, I mean, they don't have good solutions for the Naga split push later on. What do they have? They have, like, no illusion clear.
They have Doom. GG.
That... versus the illusions? Well, the main hero, yeah. This is possibly another death for Luden. No, he'll be.
No, he was
up.
greedy. He didn't level death him, but is he gonna die still?
Mac. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Surge him back to base. Surge!
Help! Help! This is like.
Man, he was greedy.
Oh, he almost dies too.
He was greedy. He didn't get the level death on him. Damn.
Hey man, he didn't want to die.
What? he chose to right click him and he didn't cast his level death. It would be justified if he got a crit. Okay.
I also don't think he expected 4 heroes mid.
Yeah. Okay. Here comes the gem. The map vision is real. So they're actually executing every small. Okay, another pickoff.
Yep, Viper, and meanwhile TP out.
But if you look at how Liquid are just executing this game, they are very methodical about everything. They're doing all the small steps, right? They get a gem, they secure map control, they group together when they need to. They don't try to give away unexpected pickoffs. Like, you know, we saw the Bane. He was trying to cam out all the other lanes to try to get pickoffs, but because the way Liquid were moving this game, very disciplined, they move as a team, so they don't even allow that to happen. Because they know VP is just unable to fight head-on, so they were going to be trying to be sneaky and hide heroes around the map to get pickoffs.
How much longer will they let Illidan farm WinteR? When do they push?
Soon. They have a gem, so they're gonna maybe take a stroll in the park. You make sure there's no wards, and then you push.
Do they wait for the next rush, or you just go now?
Oh no! Look, 27 minutes.
27 minutes. And he's got 2 TP scrolls banked up as well.
Yeah, you're not too far off, Robin. 5 minutes.
Alright, we'll hit an extra couple deaths in there that were not... I said if he didn't die as well.
What?
That's what I said. I said if he didn't die. But, yeah. Well, a late Radiance, but better late than never.
So it's...
Can start finally actually farming the woods a little bit.
It's time to witness the rat, the fish, the monster.
This is more gold that he's gotten in 30 seconds than he's gotten in any 30-second chunk almost the entire game. And also push out the lanes a little bit, slowing down any potential split push plans here. Or pushing plans in general, really.
So Roche is going to be on the menu soon, in the next few minutes. And there's still...
Yeah, if you're VP, you're praying for like the longest possible respawn right now.
You're praying that it never respawns.
Reborn things, just no Roche. That would be pretty nice. I feel like somebody might report this game to Ice Frog at that point, though.
So right now they want to look to get the 2 other towers.
Oh, Fada jumping in onto Lil, drops the Necrobook, just leaves it there. Runs away, never look back at an explosion.
Man, he's going back
You're
in.
badass. And he's going for G? No.
Wow. He has haste rune,
about
that's
it.
why he's so cocky.
Yeah, with the Bane dead, the main lockdown for him is gone.
Yeah, but like you mentioned, Naga is slowly going back into her groove, starting to pick up farm experience and starting to control the map much better. So they have to really force the issue sometime soon. I think these 2 towers has to go. They have to remove these 2 outer towers and then get Roche. Roche is 1 minute.
Aggressive move in here from G. He does a backup, but Fada will calmly pop that haste rune you mentioned, and he'll just stroll away. So creating a little space, but the lanes are pushing out a bit more with the Radiance in play.
Yeah, if you realize the last 2 minutes, Liquid have been spending more time taking care of the lanes because of the Radiance around. It's quite obvious.
The only thing that hurts here, though, is he can't really get experience too easily.
Yeah, you want to get 16 and then screw it. 16 is the point where you want to get to. And the illusions are starting to get to be a pain in the ass for Jerax. He took so much damage just from 1 illusion there.
And he's a pretty highly leveled in farm support. Glimmer Cape building towards, looks like a Yule Scepter or a Lotus?
Either a Use or, okay, Lotus. Lotus doesn't seem...
That would be really far off, though.
Yeah, I think Refresher, maybe. Use or Refresher. You want to have Use to cancel the Bane ultimate, so that could be useful, and you can remove the silence from the Night Stalker, just in case you get caught. So Use seem to be more useful here. Like, Refresher is just way too far for him, I think. Oh, he didn't see the ward. He didn't see the ward. Oh, he didn't see the ward. Okay, they saw.
Kuro just slowly melting. He will get the vision now from Jerax. Glimmers away. But yeah, the lanes are pushing.
Like you
The
mentioned,
Naga creep.
Slowly but surely.
She's got BOTs now.
And not to mention, they have Darkseer as well pushing out the other lane. So VP are slowly getting back into the game. Very, very slowly, step by step.
This is feeling like a Naga game, Winter. No towers being taken as of late. No ganks succeeding. Lanes all being pushed out. The fish lady farming. This is looking better and better for VP.
And they need to check Roche's out. They haven't been checking the Roche for quite some time because they were too busy taking care of the lanes.
Yeah, they want to like push all the lanes in and then go for the Roche, but they're losing this war of attrition.
Yeah, at this point it's very, very difficult already. They need to like put Fata on top all the time. He keeps pushing top. Then someone has to push bot, probably Jerax all the time. And then middle you have the Doom. Doom is not a quick pusher. So, okay, so they're gonna scout the Roche now, I guess. They'll have time finally to scout the Roche. Maybe not.
I think it's almost at the 11-minute mark anyway, so.
Yeah, they should be scouting soon.
Well, I think they might just already know he's
top
up.
lane. See you, Fata.
Uh-oh. This time, Fata, no haster and no swag, just dead. And this is while the Naga does her thing. Illusion swarming through the jungle.
Man, they waited so patiently. Finally, they caught the Beastmaster for once.
It's got to be getting frustrating for Liquid. They thought they really had control of this game, but it's being wrested away from them. And they're not even getting a fair fight. Illidan now up to another 500 gold. He's still way down in the net worth chart, but...
Oh, you are doomed, my friend.
This is very bold by G. What's he got here to help him out? Glimmer Cape, perhaps?
Go to sleep.
They have the snowball as well. Tusk gonna snowball and punch Lil as well. Mind control, trying to keep that Bane out of the picture, and will succeed in running him down. He ends up dropping, but G, more importantly, gets Winter's cursed. Oh, Greaves kept alive. Doom's gonna have just in the nick of time. He's got the BKB TP. But he's just gonna run away, and all the while, Night Stalker off trying to do his own thing in the river, but gets caught by a Walrus Punch. Now Snowball gonna track him down. With the Solar Crest applied, this does some additional damage. Once that DD rune, perhaps, we can run him down. But also coming to position is the Wyvern. Another great catch by Mind Control. Really frustrating the Night Stalker here. And in the end, FNG will go down to one last hack of that ice pick.
They have to check the Roche now.
Another catch? Oh my goodness.
Okay, so the dust has settled. They need to check Roche right now.
Yeah, you say that, but bottom lane's pushing. The jungle's being farmed.
Double damage, check Roche. That's the classic rune.
I mean, if there were ever a time, this has to be it, but...
Okay, what's up, Roche?
Hey, buddy. Can you help me out? I got this Naga problem. So they get Aegis, Winter. They just 5-man down mid? How do you approach this?
Yeah, I think you do that. You try to push as fast as possible. I don't think you can even try to... Maybe you can try to send Beastmaster to a lane to take care of one lane, but that puts you in risk of dying, like what happened a few minutes ago. I think if you want to minimize the risk of that happening, you just group and run down as 5, even though it can be a little inefficient. You have to sacrifice something, at this point. Because Naga is just dealing with the lanes too quickly. Their heroes are just not built to push the lanes fast. They don't have much apart from Wild Axe and Eye Shards and the Sprinkler Bars. The other two, Undying and Doom, doesn't push waves fast.
This is Sanj now for the Beastmaster.
Oh my god, look at the Naga's net worth.
Doubt the Naga at your own peril. She has this way, just sneaking back into games. And suddenly they've got 3 cores in the top 5. VP. Don't call it a comeback just yet, but they are keeping this very close. The supports are dirt poor, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're keeping a game 3 hopes alive.
Yeah, loss here would knock VP down to the lower bracket. They finished 3rd in the Summit qualifiers from Europe. I think all 3 summits. Just barely missing on qualification last time as well. They were up, I think it was up 2-0 against Secret and then lost 3-2 in the end. And if they won that series, they would have come to land, so it's gotta be a little... I even saw FNG tweet about it. Like he was a little I don't know what the word is. Nervous. I wouldn't say salty, but just like anxious to see how they do. Maybe death by 1,000 cuts if VP have their way.
They have to make a move soon. I'm feeling nervous for them now.
I mean, have they missed an opportunity? Is there time where they should have gone already?
I probably should have go. Yeah, having to go now.
They're going on G. BOT in the Doom as well, committing a whole hell of a lot here. He pops the BKB, but gets punched up, slowed down, trapped by the shards. Another beautiful catch. That will be the death of the Bane. The rest of the team wanting to retreat, but it's too bad. They lose their Viper.
They used the song already.
And now that the song's committed, this could be the opening. Liquid, all of a sudden, gifted an opportunity to just jump in and go for a lane of racks here. Matumba Man in front. Gives the team the bonus damage.
Yeah, they should be able to take 1 Rex.
They still have Aurora available as well, something that VP really needs to be careful about. No buyback on Viper, none on the Bane either. And no Naga split push in sight.
Man, they are lucky they have 2 tier 2 towers left outside.
Otherwise, it could be 2 full lanes of racks, and with that, the GG. But still, Aegis is going to be up for quite some time here. You've got about 2.5 minutes, WinteR, so potentially Liquid could just rotate mid and top, push out the lanes, and then walk down the mid lane and look for their second lane of racks. And it seems that might be the exact call. Well, a line being drawn top by Kuro. So we'll see which lane they end up rotating to for an actual push next.
Are there any items they are looking to complete before they go once more? Let's see.
This would be a great Assault Kuras game, but I'm not sure who's going to build it. Fada has gone for Halberd. Doom.
Doom probably. Doom. Yeah.
Doom does not have nearly enough money right now.
Vlad's could be useful actually.
Oh, another free pick potentially. They've got a Yule Scepter ready. Ah, Jarek's just a bit slow. Or rather, Phobos very fast.
Yeah, I think a Vlad's could be useful to finish the game now. Loki has enough goal for it. Actually a bit short.
Very close though.
Yeah. I'm not sure what items you can actually get for the Undying. I mean, Aghanims is nice, but he's still a long ways to go.
Lil has been found, scouted out by Fada. Can summon this Necro Book if he feels he needs it, but he's going to hang on to it.
Oh, they're going to go high ground.
It looks like he's saving it for that high ground assault. Wants to have maximum firepower when they breach the base. So bottom lane will always be pressured, and top lane, where Liquid look to strike next.
This is feels like the end.
G drawing a line. I'm not sure if VP even have a smoke
He's
left.
telling the Naga to go behind and cut the creep wave.
But she is just not even close to position. By the time she does, it's going to be too late. They've already got a single range creep in here, and that's all they need to break the base and keep on sieging. In fact, a second full wave comes in. The Naga Illusion skating in, sneaking through from the sidelines, trying to slow this push down, but there's still an Aegis of a Matumba Man. He's going to stand his ground, kept alive by the Wyvern for now. Healed up by the zombie, suddenly above half health, and then the creeps coming out even. Matumba may finally fall. He's held onto the Scorched Earth. He's got it along with the BKB and the Doom for round number 2. And now BP, they want to make a play here. In they go with the Viper Strike as well as a grip. The wall's there, trying to cut off the path of retreat, but the Snowball and a 2-hero curse connects. Illidan songing. But what are they doing during this song? Man. All they do is slightly disengage, and Liquid still have the BKB Doom available, and they're rushing in onto Lil. He's going back to the well, if not dead. Mind Control may also drop, but a great heal comes up from Kuro. Still, the Tombstone survives through the entire kit and caboodle. They haven't lost a single hero, and they may not at this rate. Continuous heals coming out. Oh, God. Visser goes down. Massive chunk of damage he just took there. Almost looked like he killed off the Necro Book. And again, the Snowball save for Mind Control, jumping the whole team in again. But Croaky may be in too far. He's going to drop. Phobos still alive. Mind Control could be next. Have they overextended here? Looks like Mind Control will fall in the end, and they do not break base. They also do not kill the Naga, who now has 3k gold.
That was a really good position for the wall to be placed at. And like you mentioned, Liquid was like, they were trying to go past the wall, constantly taking damage with the illusions there, which ultimately cost them their lives as well. Bit of overextension, but
the lower cooldown song is going to come into play now.
They got a lot of damage done on the tower, at least. So AC is definitely going to be useful the next time they see.
Who's getting it? Is he building it? I guess Matumba Man will get it.
Yeah, it should be the Doom though. I don't think anyone else will get it.
And what is Fada getting? Is this a refresher?
Yeah, definitely a refresher. I can't really see Lincoln's happening for him. I think the timing is you get AC on Doom and a Vlad's probably on the Undying. That'll be... I'm not sure about what else can he get with his 2k goal here. Force Staff doesn't seem too useful. Okay. Lol.
Oh my. So what did Undying go for, WinteR?
Gamer Cape.
That is true. Technically he did. Team Liquid up 30-13, looking to close this game out in a 2-0 sweep, while VP cling for their winner bracket lives here. They song. They make their move on to Fana. BOTs are coming in. Matumba Man has arrived, and he wants to turn this one around, but the rest of the cavalry are going to arrive soon. The grip canceled by a level death. Looks like Lil will be the sacrificial lamb. Quickly hack-a-slash down by Matumba Man. Almost enough to finish him. He also wants to go for an additional kill. Onto the Night Stalker, gets back. A decent wall this time, but not enough to secure the kill. Fada hangs on somehow, some way, survives through it all. And now Kuroki just marches forward. Hey guys, look at me. I'm a zombie.
Heaven's Halberd evasion and the disarm saved his life.
That was great play by Fada. And with that, up to 3k gold, he can go home to the well, heal up, come right back, and there will be no song for 45. This time around, no glyph. Oh, actually, there is a glyph. That's cooled down. So they'll have that to slow this push. But
This should be right.
there's no tomb. There's no tomb. This could be dangerous, but actually, as it turns out, there are no buybacks. Nor is there a wall. Still, gotta be worried about those buybacks. I think Liquid are a bit nervous.
And they have to be really careful. They can't lose. They can't afford to lose another fight. So the Blitz is on the tusk, not on the undying.
They're going for the double refresher grab. Matumba Man just completed his. Looks like we may
They want to
see-
look to fight now with the Blitz plus the refresher. They're gonna wait for the next Doom, and pick up the refresher and then just go. Roche is.
And maybe Roche.
Yeah, Roche is actually up soon.
I think you wait for that and Roche, and then you go. That seems like the play.
And the Naga not being level 16 is actually a big problem for them.
Oh, they already got a Vlad's on the Tusk, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah, he just got it. He
Yeah.
just got it. I was talking about it. They still got the Vlads.
What a bold prediction that a team will buy a Vlad's in a game. Now, if you said like a Rod of Atos or something, a Dagon maybe, that would be a bold prediction.
A team will buy a pipe.
I think this team is possibly going to pick Leshrek, says the TI5 analyst panel. That's double refresher though. Time has arrived.
Roche is not arrived yet for them. I guess for VP.
So who are your ideal Doom and Roar targets? Does it matter, or just
I think-
chuck it out wherever you can?
Yeah, doesn't matter. Obviously, you want to doom the Naga, but he's gonna be sitting behind. Ideally, the Naga and the Viper. You doom those two. Or the Darkseer. The Darkseer hasn't done his combo. You ignore. I think you ignore the Night Stalker and the Bane. You don't really need to doom those two.
The graph continues to plummet as Liquid extend their advantage, and still the Naga effect not fully in sight. Most lanes are pushing now, thanks to that first lane of Rax, and it is a Lotus Orb for Jerax. So, what is this going to counter here?
Viper Strike. The silence.
I thought you can't purge Viper Strike.
No, I mean
you can't dark pact it.
you reflect the Viper Strike.
Oh, reflect the Viper
Yeah.
Strike. And what happens when you reflect grip? Do they both get canceled? Do you both grip each other? How's that work?
Never seen that in the history of Dota. I think
Bane gets gripped, someone is
I think it's
saying.
like the Lasso, I guess.
Okay.
It's like
Well, that would mean both get gripped, right? Because the lasso, they both get lassoed. Bane is channeling. Yeah, that's true. All right. We'll see if producer Rob is correct. He's putting his life on the line here. Twitch chat is going to lynch him if he's wrong. I'll tell you guys where he lives after the broadcast. Don't you worry.
LDZ the murderer.
Yeah, man. I've been bloodthirsty today, I guess.
A pause.
No.
Time to take a break. I'm gonna grab a coffee. Do you want some tea?
Yeah, sure. What kind of coffee or tea?
Starbucks.
You're gonna drive yourself to Starbucks. You don't even have a. Do you have an international driver's license? Are you allowed to drive here in the U.S.?
But there's no one.
Do you guys drive on the left side of the road or the right side? In Malaysia.
There's no rule about that.
Yeah, okay, funny. Yeah, we just kind of all drive wherever we want, you know.
Have you ever been to Malaysia? No, right?
No, that's why I'm asking.
So you would believe
It was
whatever.
a British colony, right?
You're gonna believe whatever I tell you.
I mean, not if you say something stupid that's obviously false, like what you just said. You have to make it like just a little believable.
So we are driving in the middle of the road. Does that sound believable? In the middle of the road. Okay, it's on the right.
44 minutes. On the right only.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why? What's wrong with that?
What's the maximum speed limit in Malaysia?
210.
How fast is that in miles?
332.
No, that's the wrong. You're converting it up. That's over 100, isn't it? 210? It's over 100 miles per hour, I think.
No, it's not that.
It's close. I'm Googling it now, man.
Okay, I'm lying.
Yeah, I told you guys. 130 miles per hour. God, everyone's just questioning me today. I'm right.
You're always questionable at best.
Oh. You may not... You're not the first person to tell me that.
Oh, the Korean barbecue is really nice.
That's not real Korean barbecue. Who are you to say? You're not a Korean barbecue connoisseur. But yeah, steam cheese corn is definitely not what I would think of as classic Korean cuisine, but I could be wrong. You should probably check with our resident experts before you make any decisive evaluations.
Our resident experts, like what? Like Grace?
The real Merlini Police is our resident Korean and expert on all matters of Korean cuisine.
He's gonna be biased about that because his princess is Korean.
No, the real Merlini Police, not Merlini. There's a difference. All right, WinteR, who's gonna win? Do you want to bet on this game? You want to put something on the table? Some little stakes?
Mind control.
Steak dinner?
Mind control.
Okay, if you want to bet on VP, I'll take you out for a nice steak dinner.
What? It's not worth it.
If they win. If they lose, you have to do something for me.
I'm really doing something for you being here.
Oh, is this charity work for you? Pause, Doto.
But I have to tell you, this team is looking really good. I tell you.
Liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
They're really strong. There's no like clear mistakes, you know, like the whole game they
And they're all playing well. There's not like one player that's like kind of feeding and the other players are carrying them. I'm still most impressed by mind control, but that's just because he was more unknown before the team started. Not because
unknown mind control.
Yeah.
Basically unknown.
Basically unknown. Yeah, that's true. He wasn't entirely unknown, but he was definitely not viewed as like a tier 1 player back then.
How convenient Roshan spawns.
Just in time.
For the party.
So you're gonna get so back to the game. Liquid have the double refresher now. They have their Lotus Orb freshly picked up.
Let's talk
They've
about
got the Vlads on
let's
mind
talk
control.
about the possibilities of Liquid losing.
What? What do you mean?
What has to screw up for them to lose?
Well,
if they Doom an Illusion.
Doom an Illusion, but then they've got a second Doom. So they have to double with the Doom probably.
So they Doom a Naga Illusion, then they Doom.
You know how they lose? Mind control snowballs them into a terrible position. That's the one thing that just instantly can lose them the game.
He snowballs them into a vacuum ball, 5 men.
After they've used all their spells.
And they don't have BKB.
Yeah.
And they don't have ultis. GG.
And then our TZ will celebrate in chat. Liquid taking their time here with the new age. This looks like top lane is the ultimate destination. They're going to push that out. Tumb Man will clear out mid and then rotate. VP were smoked. As G opted for a butterfly.
Wait, you talk about any potential disasters. Is there any way that a Lotus Orb disaster will happen?
Well, Liquid are the team with the Lotus Orb, so... Fada getting caught out here by the Fiend's Grip. Now the G going to work on him. Uh-oh, Lotus Orb was activated. G trying to run the hell away, and not really. So here you want to target anyway. Chucks out the Roar. Bam! And then with the follow-up Necrobook uppercut as well. Trying desperately to retreat. Tries for the TP out. Is there any more additional lockdown? The secondary Roar comes out. DK Phobos. Oh, that's a crucial hero. Thank God for VP's sake that they didn't blow their wall, because they are going to need it. But they did commit a Song of the Siren.
Damn, they killed the guy.
Trying to save the Night Stalker. He also got picked off by Matumba Man, who only committed 1 Doom here.
They killed the Darkseer, but Darkseer's buyback. If they killed the Viper, I think the game is over. But now it's also close to over. There's only 3 heroes available with the buyback.
They do not have Tombstone. They buy back the Darkseer.
No song.
Jarex gets in deep behind enemy lines, hunting for that Yule Scepter initiation. Won't quite find it, but they munch down the tower. Matumba Man, pretty vulnerable to the physical damage of the stage. Fortunately for him, he does have the Aegis. There's a cheese up on Fada. VP desperately trying to hang on to the high ground here. Song cooling down in 30 seconds, which means not in time to stop this assault. The Lotus Orb chucked out. There's your wall. Vacuum combination. Very well placed, but Matumba Man keeps on going. Eyes on the prize. Objectives are his goal. G. Thanks to level death, there's a secondary Doom available if he wants to commit his refresher, but he's hanging on to it, not using it. And again, the Wyvern keeping him alive and fighting shape. A great Lotus Orb once more, but nothing actually cast there. They finish off the Range Rex, now preparing to work on the melee. Liquid very close to sealing this game number 2, and with it, the series. But they don't finish the melee, and now the Song comes out. He catches 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This could be bad. VP prepping, winding up for a gigantic combo. There's the back. They grip Matumba Man. He committed his refresher, but he can't get the second. Doom off 4, down only for a Range Rex. But bottom lane did push in. They also lose a tier 4 for that as well.
But they didn't lose the melee Rex.
But they didn't lose the melee Rex.
He didn't get his cheese off. If he got his cheese, I think they would have at least gotten the melee. Oh my god.
That's worst. A 6k gold swing. And that puts your Naga onto a heart if Illidan wants it. More or less. It might be happening,
I think
WinteR.
you go Manta. Why you go hard? Did he go hard?
Well, he's got the VIP boost there.
Oh, okay.
I think he just got it as well. Yeah, he went heart.
I guess he just wants to survive.
After the early game, can you blame him? He's still 1 in 6. This is a 1 in 6 carry Naga.
Dude, what on earth just happened? What was the worst case scenario there?
Well, I thought I could have focused the melee Rex. He was
Yeah.
hitting the range Rex the entire time.
And he didn't pop his cheese. If he popped his cheese, he would be able to finish the Rex.
They also didn't have Tombstone when the push started. WinteR's Curse was cooling down at the beginning, and I guess they didn't get a great initiation, but suddenly it's VP not only hanging on, but even pushing aggressively onto liquid high ground, something they have not seen this entire game. They can only get 1 lane of Rex at most, but already the tower's down. They're doing this without the Naga Siren, who now arrives, and Illidan sets up. Let's go with another song, and TPs himself home immediately. Safe. Oh, no! He leaves G behind, too! Oh, G, man. Illidan just ruining his friend's day. I think the team's probably going to be a little annoyed with Illidan after this one. That was pretty close, though. That was like a second or two.
That is so bad, actually. Because they're going to...
Normally, you see players like Song, everyone else starts running and TPing, and then the Naga TPs. But he like Songed and instantly TP'd.
And the guy was like, oh, screw it, I have to TP.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, my Naga's... That was almost as... what was it that happened earlier today? Oh, the Drow TP'd home at full health. But then they won the fight that time.
They're going to try to force the buyback, though. This is looking worrisome for them. They can force the buyback and...
Everything is up again, though, for VP. The beauty of the Octarine.
They don't have refresher. Maybe they force the buyback and they back off. Refresher or on
50
Doom.
seconds for it.
Yeah, cooldown.
Man closing in. Liquid. I think we want this 2-0. They don't want to have to go to a game 3 against a solid comeback team like VP, and they're going to Shadow Blade in with Matumba Man, getting ready to engage. They pop the Necrobook, and they're sneaking onto the high ground, but first they got to deal with these Naga illusions, which are doing a lot of work. Very tough to kill those off. Matumba Man runs in. He just desperately wants this Rax, even if it costs him his life. He'll get it. Now he rushes away, but already the Song deployed. It's going to clip Matumba Man. Do they sack him? It seems like they want to. Forget about... Nope. Mind Control wants to go back in. He's got a Blink available. He can Snowball as well to try and save him. Stays back. The Doom on the DK Phobos, but it's after the combo gets released, and now the Snowball forward. They're going to kill up the Darkseer. No buyback available. Illidan trying to kill up that Tombstone, but it gets healed up. He can't finish it yet. Illidan hanging on for the time being, slowly burning the rest of the enemy squad down, but they've got a secondary Doom, and they're going to commit it, not on Illidan, but straight onto G. It's a triple kill for Matumba Man. Now, the double buyback as well. Liquid scrambling the retreat, though. VP have committed so much to this hold, even if they get the kills. Not sure it's going to be good enough, but do they even get them? Illidan now out of mana with the gem, maybe out of options as well, trying to retreat. They keep on surging forward. Matumba Man's now going to devour or level death them a bit. Pops the cheese. The handoff came earlier. and will hang on for now. But the Naga, just look at the health on Illidan. It's almost like he wants to die that he's sticking around for this long. Lil baiting him. Illidan survives. He lives to tell the tale until the snowball. The Walrus Punch, they got him at long last. Down for 75, but does have the buyback. And with that, G as well as FNG will tag team and finally clean up the Tusk. The heroes that never died, KuroKy as well as the Undying. Everybody else died once. The Bane died twice.
That Tusk again proving to be the hero. Getting all the very key pickoffs with the snowball and the shots and the uppercut. Damn, they used what, 4 buybacks, I think?
3 buybacks. And one of them was a dieback.
That was not good at all. For them. Not good.
And they lost the melee Rex. And Illidan died.
He's reaching the Manta Heart Radiance Octarine Core stage. So
it's interesting how Liquid are playing these fights because they're basically ignoring the Naga and they're just dooming the other heroes and trying to blow them up.
They got an AC on the Beastmaster.
And they get a pipe. So that it seems like the goal is like stay alive against the Radiance Burn and the Riptide, focus down everyone else, and then we can either just ignore the Naga and go for Rax or try and turn around and kill her rather than try to kill the Naga
and
first.
Doom went for a Silver Edge. Good versus the Viper.
Oh yeah. He's not that tanky, G. Gone for more of the right click build. This is maybe a sign of no confidence in Illidan. Or at least for this game. Silver Edge now complete, up to 3k gold. One lane of Rack stands between Liquid and almost certain victory here. And we now hit 53 minutes. This has been a long and grueling series for both teams so far today.
Yeah, just the way they were playing. The first game VP had 2 cores and there was a Doom as well. This game VP had Naga, so games are going to be really long. It's just the way the teams have been picking their tracks. And here we go, this is the last fight.
Jerax glimmering forward, he walks right into a grip and then the Doom comes out onto G. They got off a decent wall. KuroKy trapped out on the side, tries to retreat. Illidan runs him down, finishes him off, and Fada a little bit confused about where he wants to go. They still have a full HP Illidan on their hands. The shards, mind control, trapping his team in. To some extent, they're going to let G wait out his Doom here. No buyback available on the Undying. Blink out attempted. Viper moving in, getting more aggressive. Matumba Man's no match for the onslaught. He'll go down. VP starting to feel like they're just a little bit too strong in these fights now. On to Fada. Back, chase forward. Keep on going. Blinks in again as well. Just burning him, not allowing him to get a Blink Dagger off. Fada though will BOT his way home.
Oh my
Great
God.
presence of mind under pressure there. And mind control. Oh, blinks. Doesn't have a TP though. Can make it out. G is almost low enough. He could think about a snowball into a Walrus Punch. Just needs a little more help for this. Snowball is coming, but not gonna be enough for the kill. Meanwhile, top lane, the creeps are pushing. And bottom lane, they're not too far off. They just want this kill though. Mind control dropping the shards. The beautiful stall coming in. Boots of Travel on cooldown, but otherwise Beastmaster might just rotate in and start ratting it up. Fada certainly has plenty of experience with that from his Cloud9 days. Oh, mind control almost canceled the TP there. Can't quite get the job done, but they are on the hunt. Looks like FNG sticking around. Mind control didn't see him. It looked though. He runs back in. He runs directly into Fada. They're a little surprised to see the Night Stalker as Fada was already prepared to back off and they chop him up. Now they engage though, back again. Doesn't look like they have the wall available. And now Roar #1 coming out quickly refreshed. They get off a Winter's Curse as well, but the Song from Illidan, he cancels it. Was that too premature? Can he get the job done on his own? The lanes were pushed out a little bit. Secondary Roar going on to G, but nobody can man fight against the illusions anymore. It seems like Illidan may have reached peak Naga status. Fada slowly getting dropped here, kept alive again by Jerks. Great stalling tactics on the side of VP, or on the side of Liquid as they try to hang on versus VP. The Naga still alive, still almost at full HP and mana, just doesn't even care. Finally, Matumba Man shows up. Where's this Doom mid all game? He's here at the right time, in the right place. VP, they've overstayed their welcome. DK Phobos down. They've got a secondary Doom. They are probably double dooming Illidan if he somehow survives the first one. And he'll buy back instantly. They want the last kill. They see Lil. Snowball. Ooh, almost got him. Close call there in the clutch. And now, the table is set. It's going to be 2 heroes alive, 1 with the buyback. Viper dead for 90. Your Night Stalker dead for 24. Time to play the ultimate game of base defense.
It's gonna be 3 against 4 though. It's gonna be tough. They have walls still, and Night Stalker is gonna be alive, so there'll be 4 heroes. I think they'll just back and blue rush. That's the safest play.
And Roche is the call. After the way some of these fights have gone, I think VP put a bit of fear into Liquid. They're gonna opt for the safer.
Yeah, the Naga is already reaching the undealable.
Time to see how good Illidan's 7 or 8 slot game is if this goes much longer.
Got it.
Next item. Lincolns?
For Illidan?
He might not be able to farm the next item. Like. You wanna get probably Skadi maybe? I don't know.
Oh dear. So Jerax now has double Lotus Orb, double Curse, and double Refresher. To say nothing of the Cold Embrace, which was absolutely massive in that last fight. How did he get so farmed?
It's 57 minutes.
That's true.
It's very long.
He's still even with the enemy Darkseer though.
Why wouldn't a support that like Dazzle? Then you can actually farm very easily all the time with the Splinter Buff. It's one of the few supports that can farm throughout the game like Dazzle. Keep farming the creep wave, and he's even the one taking the Aegis.
I guess the rest of the team getting a bit slot limited at this point. As you can see, every single hero has all their slots full on the side of Liquid. Yeah, some of them more utility or even just straight support items, but running out of inventory. Somebody's got to carry the Aegis. And down the mid lane they march, WinteR.
They should be able to break through this time. I say should. They have buyback Cheese on Doom, so Doom has 3 lives. Beastmaster has... it doesn't have enough for buyback though, unfortunately. The rest of the team has buyback. And Wyvern has Aegis. So what, they have like 10 lives?
Sounds about right.
If this doesn't work, what's gonna work?
Well, this is where, like, I mean, maybe it's where you even resort to rat tactics.
But there's no
tough with the
there's
Naga.
no lanes at top and bottom. What are you gonna distract? Get the throne?
That's from I'm saying, like, act like you're going mid, and then it's just too close. I don't know. They're gonna have to break this lane. There's just no other way. Now is not the time for VP to face that. They're gonna be granted a brief respite. What does Matumba Man get now, WinteR? Oh, moon shards. Very nice.
Very, very
His
nice.
armor's really low, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have the AC or the Shivas this game.
Maybe he buys the Shivas.
He's not taking too much right click damage when he fights.
It's all nuke damage from the Naga.
Yeah, the nuke, the Radiance. Only the Viper's doing significant right click. They're still very cautious about approaching the high ground, making sure all the lanes are pushed. They want to make sure all the creeps are in, so you get vision on the high ground with your creeps. Then you go in. That's like the best possible scenario for Liquid. Very disciplined team, I must say. Not rushing things, not trying to be too fancy.
Slow and steady when you're up 1-0 with the enemy on the brink of defeat. There's no reason to force it here.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier, against a Naga, anything is possible.
Siege will begin. Matumba Man pushing in the bottom lane now, maybe swinging on mid, but an army of Naga illusions here to greet them.
Oh, he has diffusers actually.
It's going to be increasingly annoying for Liquid. Do have the 2 pairs of Arcane Boots / Guardian Greaves, but 2 minutes on the Aegis, and now they breach base. Liquid looking to close this one out 2-0. Start working on the creep wave. Mid is pushing out slowly but surely, but that's the one lane that hasn't been raxed yet. Top and bottom already going to be favoring Liquid by default. VP don't want to engage. They want the illusions to do the heavy lifting here, and there's a lot of them. They keep on coming. Going feeble Matumba Man. Still yet to make a single piece of damage as progress here in the mid lane.
The Naga has finally reached top of the net worth chart. Never doubt the Naga.
But Dota's a game of racks. And here we go. Fada looking to start this one off with a kill that may lead to it, but the Song comes out. They get the Doom off on Illidan, but Tumbaman able to BKB.
Oh, go Rex now. They go Rex
Just
now.
in time. Song committed, and then they rotate straight onto the mid lane, dropping the Tombstone. Everything onto the racks off the bat. Phobos is there, though, deploying the wall. Liquid, are they sticking around for this? You mentioned it. They've got 10 lives. If ever there was a time, this has to be it. The secondary Doom also available. Lets it go into G. Illidan's Doom now going to wear off. He's still at about half health. They haven't finished off the racks yet, and Matumba Man stands under the wall, takes a ton of damage from this. Will end up going down. Jerax yet to commit a single Winter's Curse, and now may end up going down without getting one off. In fact, they even have a Lotus Orb going, just tries to put himself under, waiting out DK Phobos as long as he can. Lotus Orbs everywhere. Jerax goes down, but he's the Aegis holder. They haven't touched the racks. They may lose him a second time. Jerax doesn't even bother to cast the spell. He can't. He explodes, and now mid, where Illidan, guess what? New Song of the Siren. Matumba Man in trouble. Is their detection, though. He's got the Shadow Blade available. That's his big play here. He'll let it go. And it seems like they're just going to rush down Midwinter. They may have to commit buybacks. Top lane pushing. Maybe this is where Liquid baits them in and then rats their way to victory.
They need 2 heroes to defend the base. 1 is not enough.
Do catch Kurogi. More importantly, they catch Mind Control, who snowballs up, cleansing himself with the Guardian Greaves, and now rolling forward onto Illidan. Blinks back. Very fancy footwork there from the lumbering Iceman. Kuro also able to barely force staff himself to high ground, but they're in danger of losing their first lane of racks. It is base defense, though, for the Bane. The exposed throne. Got to be careful about this. Buyback available on the Beastmaster. Not wanting to sacrifice it just yet. They'll uppercut FNG. Sticking around for now. G is here. They've sent only the Bane home. The rest of the team's still in position. Continuing for a siege. But they lose now the racks. A full lane down and a Song.
Okay, not this
time.
Not this time.
They TP safely. But they're gonna need help. This throne's in a lot of trouble.
Holy shit, this game just got real interesting.
Yeah, this is not as easy as Liquid thought it would be. Let's put it mildly.
This Naga is a very, very big problem now. They don't have any good wave clear against the illusions. That's the main issue they are facing right now. I don't think they can actually deal with that though, even if they get any like Maelstrom or whatever. Like, their heroes are just not meant to deal with the illusions. Man, they might actually lose. Oh shit.
That fight they didn't get off a single Winter's Curse.
Yeah, they were just
with an Aegis
up.
on the Wyvern.
They were too split up though. Like some on the left, some on the right.
And now it's getting harder and harder to find openings.
They
for
were
this.
fighting under the wall. That
you've got a double Lotus Orb for VP, so who are you Winter's cursing? This is gonna be tricky. Like, they doom the Naga, she drops to like half health. She doesn't even get close to dying. What I almost feel like it's time for them to just try and bait VP into going for Rex and then rat.
Beastmaster rat the
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I wonder if Liquid think they could win a straight up fight any longer.
I actually doubt they will go for a straight up fight anymore. They might just want to wait for the next Aegis and just plan ahead what they want to do. Speed push, rat, distraction.
One more Aegis means another round of items for VP most likely though.
Yeah, and another buyback on the Naga.
Which is it has cooled down in fact. So everybody that could have a buyback as far as gold goes has it as far as the cooldown now. Naga the only hero on the Radiant though. But she's just never dying, it feels like. I haven't seen her get below half health in quite some time.
Oh, here we go.
There they go. BKB activated on G, and the Roar Lotus Orb counterplay beautifully done by the side of VP, and now they're going to grip Matumba Man. They zone out the rest of the team, courtesy of the wall, but they say screw it and rush forward directly through it. Now trying to engage Matumba Man. Very quickly brought loads up to the Wyvern to save him. There's the curse. Jerax, get the second one off if you're going to have a chance. Liquid, this is the time for it. Searching for the opening. He hasn't yet let it fly. Illidan's going to go down. They don't even need a heal buyback immediately. Now more and more heroes starting to die. At long last, they found VP. Got them where they want them. The Doom's there. And they will be able to force them back to the throne. Creeps will work on it. Lil will get knocked out. And at long last, they'll get Illidan a second time. God, VP were way too close for Liquid's comfort. But in the end, Liquid will hang on and take it. 2-0.
Well, it became really interesting at the end, but good execution this time. The last fight they didn't have any Winter's Curse. Like
It took one good Winter's Curse.
this fight was a really good Winter's Curse, and they just
And that was with the fight starting with Beastmaster getting Lotus Orb counter roared. And he's still, it's
Yeah,
just a
but
good curse, you win the fight.
The important thing was he was able to start the fight. Even though he got stunned himself, he locked the Viper in place. And
he baited out
he
spells on himself. Yeah.
he forced them into a position where they needed to come near to help the Viper, and the Wyvern ultimate came later just to finish them off. It was really good play there from them. Wow, this game was just way too close for their comfort.
Huh.
It was
Liquid. What a way to debut their new sponsorship. They take down VP.
27-minute Radiance became so close.
VP. Gotta be just thinking if the laning stage went even like the tiniest bit smoother, this would have been their game, Winter.
Yeah, maybe the plan would have worked if they had Naga mid, Darkseer safe lane.
With Bane supporting him and then Viper Nightstalker off lane. I think they win at
maybe
least two of those
maybe
lanes.
with the Bane roaming. The
Yeah.
Bane doesn't need to be at the bottom lane because it's Darkseer.
Yeah, he can pull if he wants as well.
Yeah.
Well, a close call, but Liquid, hang on. They take it 2-0, guys, and with that, they will move ahead in the winner's bracket here. So I believe we have our brackets ready. We're going to take a quick look at them now. Are they ready? They are ready. Ta-da! So, a big win here in the end as Liquid continue to advance in the winner's bracket. VP will drop down, but they are not eliminated, and two of the top teams from Europe will advance to the Summit for LAN finals. So, with that, we head down the home stretch of today's European coverage, Winter. I think we have got one more match coming up. It's Secret taking on, who is it, Rob? Empire. Secret taking on Empire, who look a lot stronger than they did a month ago. Yoku's back on the team, and he has been made all the difference for them. So that should be a hype match. We'll be stepping off and getting some rest, but we'll have a new casting team hopping on to join you guys. So thank you once again for watching the Summit for European coverage brought to you by Beyond the Summit. We'll be back in a bit for Secret versus Empire.